watching Sunday Sound Off with Frank Boal.
And good evening, everyone, and welcome to Sunday Sound Off. You get a chance to be part of the conversation on everything sports. Don't forget, you can tweet us with your questions with the hashtag Sunday Sound Off, or also on your Facebook page. Let's introduce tonight's panel, of course. Soren Petro. Soren, you get those Michigan State people off your rear end yet for voting them 6 last week?
Look, I think it'll all be solved this week. I'm bumping them up to 5. I think they'll all be happy. It's a good time. Just like it's good, 6 to 5. They made one big jump. And we're on a Sunday. First time ever I've been on the show on a Sunday, so that's huge.
All right. Blair, how you doing? I know you're out of Arrowhead today having a good time in the rain and the mud.
Yeah, make it stop raining, Frank, will you?
Okay. JD, you got to do that. JD's not here. And TJ Carpenter, how you doing, TJ?
I'm excited to be here, Frank. Almost as excited as Soren is to talk about his AP vote.
Oh. Okay. Gentlemen, let's first start. We'll go with our hot topics first. We'll check it out here. D Ford showed some flashes last week, had a big day today. Your confidence level in moving him ahead if Justin Houston remains sidelined. Also, do you like the Royals' approach to free agency as far as they've gone right now? Number 3, Alex Gordon is still out on the open market. Is there any chance that he returns to Kansas City? But first, to our question of the week. Chiefs have now won 7 straight football games. They have the number 1 spot in a wild card, but what is their weakest link? Saran, what do you think?
You know, I think it's probably still the offensive line, and I think they've gotten a lot better there. I think they've gotten in sync. I think Alex Smith's gotten a lot better at trusting them. He had a great, I thought one of his better plays today when he took off and ran for the first down that set up the field goal to go up 10-0 right before the half. And it wasn't necessarily the run. We've seen him do that. It was the fact that he got a little heat. He kind of shuffled his feet, then looked back down the field. He trusted his offensive lineman to go ahead and protect him. And took one more shot down the field that wasn't there, or at least take one more shot at looking down the field that wasn't there. Then he ran and got out of bounds and made a great play. But he was showing an increased confidence there. Early in the season, we were seeing him just take off at the first sign of even a defensive lineman falling down anywhere near him. So I think he's got a lot more confidence. They're playing better, but I still think against an elite team, an elite defense, an elite blitz scheme, they could have some problems there. So that's their biggest weakness. But this defense is so good that, they might be able to win a game 13-10, 13-12 in the postseason. Yeah,
you just won 10-3 today out there at Arrowhead. A rotten field and everything else. Blair, what do you think? Where is their weakest?
Well, here right off the bat, I'm agreeing with Soren, and I think watching the Patriots tonight, that's one of those defenses I think Soren was referring to. So a team that can really get after the Chiefs' offensive line. Look, they've actually done a really nice job, and they've improved so much since that losing streak earlier in the season. But I'm still a little concerned. They still have are switching positions, and I think today was their 7th different starting alignment in 13 games. So, I think Zach Fulton, I think Jeff Allen when he plays, they've got guys that are doing the job. Mitch Morse back today, getting the job done. But again, I think if it gets to a high-level playoff game, that's what I'm going to be looking at.
TJ?
Yeah, I think in the micro, it absolutely is the offensive line. You need more consistency at those positions. But in the macro, I would say that it's the fact that this team doesn't seem as capable of overcoming things like bad starting field position, turnovers if they lose that battle. They had 0 trips to the red zone today. Now, they were still able to beat San Diego because San Diego is atrocious. But against a good team, a good playoff team, a team that is capable of playing great defense, which San Diego isn't, a team that has talent around its quarterback, which San Diego doesn't, I don't think that the Chiefs win today's game.
Yeah, and I'll tell you one more thing, Frank. We need to throw in, at least off the last couple of games, is penalties, because they had a big touchdown called back in this game. They didn't get in the red zone, but they had 2 big play touchdowns. One of them got called back. They also had, a couple of other just brain-dead mistakes. So I think you can clean that up. The good news is that it was a sloppy, ugly game, and yet they still found a way to win today.
Yeah, the other big thing for me is if you want to talk about strength, it is the fact, you guys all talked about the offensive line. They mix and match these guys. The running backs mix and match, and they're still winning football games. That tells you a lot about the roster, but if you get in again against an elite team, it makes it a lot more difficult. Up next, our hot topics. You're watching Sunday Sound Off.